All right, let's jump right into the Northeast Oklahoma real estate market for October 2025. We're going to be looking at two very different worlds that sit right next to each other, the vacation homes buzzing around Grand Lake and the primary homes in the city of Tulsa. So let's get into it.
Yeah, this quote really sums it up perfectly. You've got two distinct markets, moving at totally different speeds. We're going to unpack what's going on, but more importantly, we're going to dig into the why behind all these numbers.
Okay, first up, a number that'll probably make you look twice, $315,000. So what is this? Well, that's the median sold price for a home in Delaware County. We're talking the heart of the Grand Lake area, just this past September. And look, that number's big, for sure, but the real story, that's in how much it's changed from last year. And here's that story. Wow, that $315,000 price represents a staggering 40.6% increase year over year. No, that's not a typo. We're talking about a massive, massive surge in value around the lake. So the question is, what on earth is driving that kind of growth?
Okay, so let's break this down. First up, our section on the what. I'm just going to lay out the raw numbers for you so you can see exactly what we're looking at side by side.
Okay, check this out. It's like looking at two different worlds, right? On the one hand, you've got Delaware County with that explosive growth we were just talking about. But then you look at Tulsa County, and it's a totally different vibe. It's steady, strong, reliable. A median price of $279, and get this, a sold-to-list ratio of exactly 100%. That means well-priced homes are selling for exactly what they're listed for. See what I mean? Both markets are strong, but they're marching to the beat of a completely different drum.
And a couple more details to really fill in the picture here. So the average home value in Delaware County is actually a little lower than the median. What's that tell you? It means you've got everything from simple little cabins all the way up to those huge luxury places. And, looking at the big picture nationally, sales are up just a tiny bit, about 1.5%. So yeah, people are definitely still out there buying this fall.
Okay, so we have the numbers. But now for the big question. So what, right? Why are two places so close together acting so differently? Well, it all comes down to who's buying and maybe more importantly, what they're trying to buy.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The lake buyers, they're often shopping for a second home, an escape. They want a dock, they want to be on the water, and they want something they can just walk into and start enjoying. But the in-town buyers in Tulsa, they're thinking about school districts, how long it'll take to get to work. Totally different priorities. It's like they're shopping in two completely different stores.
All right, let's get a little more specific. What's actually pushing those prices up so high, especially around the lake? What are the things that buyers are willing to open their wallets for right now?
And this gets us to something called the lake life effect. This is really the engine behind that incredible 40% price jump. It's not just that people want houses, it's this super focused, intense demand for places that are ready for vacation right now. And that demand is so strong, it basically lifts up the whole market. It really shows you how much our ideas about free time have shifted.
And let me tell you, people are paying top dollar for convenience. They want a place they can start enjoying or renting out the minute they get the keys. So we're talking about places with nice docks, modern kitchens, maybe even sold with the furniture. Move-in ready isn't just a buzzword here. It's the golden ticket.
Okay, so we've got a handle on the market. Let's switch gears to the now what. So if you're thinking about selling, how do you actually take advantage of all this? Here's your playbook. The plan is actually pretty straightforward. 4 steps. 1. Get your home looking absolutely perfect. 2. Spring for professional photos. You have to sell that lake life dream. 3. Price it right on the money. Don't get greedy, but don't leave anything on the table. And 4. Make a splash when you list it. You want everyone talking about it right away. You do these 4 things, you're setting yourself up for a really successful sale. And if you want to know where the absolute sweet spot is, here you go. The data is super clear. In Tulsa, it's the really well-kept homes under $350,000 that are just getting snapped up. Around the lake, it's those classic, clean little cabins. If that sounds like your place, you're in a fantastic spot right now.
But, a market needs buyers too, so let's flip the coin. If you're out there trying to buy in this kind of environment, what are the smart moves you can make?
When things are this competitive, you've got to get creative. Don't just get fixated on the sales price. Think about the whole package. For example, can you get the seller to help buy down your interest rate? That could save you a ton each month. Or, instead of arguing over a leaky faucet, ask for a credit for repairs. The idea is to make the whole deal work for you, not just one number.
Which of course brings us to the million-dollar question. I mean, we're hearing that there's a little more to choose from now than last year. So, has it finally shifted to a buyer's market around Grand Lake?
So, what's the verdict? A buyer's market? Honestly, the label doesn't really matter. Here's the bottom line. When you're seeing prices jump 40% and the best places are still getting tons of attention, this is not a market you can just wander into. The big takeaway here is simple. It doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Your success in this market isn't about getting lucky. It's about having a really smart plan.